Well, good morning, family. How is everyone doing this beautiful Monday morning? Hello, how are you? And welcome to a brand new month, the month of November, a month of Thanksgiving, and we have so much to be thankful for. Count your many blessings. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4. There's unlimited blessings stored for you in this day if you would just receive it. Well, family, you have dialed into the Team Effort Lifestyle Call. This is your host, Pastor Denise McDowell, along with my business partner, DCQ Qualified Executive Founding Member, Pastor Del Wafer. Family, you know how we do it. The line is open. Who's with me this beautiful Monday morning? Introduce yourself and let me know where you're calling in from.
Josephine, Maryland.
Hi, Josephine. How are you?
Just fine, thank you. And you?
I'm doing great, Josephine.
Good.
Doing great. Hello, who's that from North Carolina?
Albert Huey, North Carolina.
All right, Mr. Hewitt, how are you, sir?
I'm doing wonderful. I've been blessed and highly favored this morning.
Yes, you are. Pass that blessing along, right, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for being here this morning. Wow, love the enthusiasm. Who else is with us, family?
Robert Smith, DC in the house, baby. DC in the house.
Washington, D.C. How are you, Robert?
Oh, I'm fantastic. Feeling good.
Good to hear you this morning, sir. Good to hear you.
Don Joseph, Emeryville, California.
All right, Pastor Joseph. Good morning, Pastor Joseph. How are you, sir?
In pursuit of the big dream.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Come on, family.
That's right. We in pursuit of the big dream. Me and Don Joseph, we going all the way. It's Samantha from North California. That's right, baby.
Yeah.
All the way, Samantha. How you doing, Singing Bird?
Oh, I'm good. I feel good. Feel good.
Thank you for being here, lady. Good to have you here this morning.
Springfield, Virginia.
All right, who's calling from Virginia?
Darlene, how you, Pastor Denise?
Hey, Darlene, how are you?
Wonderful.
Good to hear you this morning.
Yes, you too. Looking forward to a great week.
All right. Yes, just expecting a great day, right into a great week.
Yes.
From my Heights, Maryland.
All right, I heard Jesse's in the house. Is that Jesse?
Yes, it is, Pastor Denise, getting very close to becoming qualified.
Oh, I hear you, Jesse. I hear all the way in New Jersey this weekend, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, you ain't playing, Jesse. You mean business, so
tag teaming with Paul Jackson.
Woo! You're running with the best, man. You're running with the best.
Great.
Mr. Jackson, I think I hear you on the line. Are you there, Mr. Jackson?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning. How are you?
Well, good morning, sir. How are you?
Magnificent day. Magnificent day.
I tell you, boy, you and Jesse and Ben Beverly, I saw y'all tag team this weekend and hit it out to New Jersey.
Yes, ma'am. Always
wow.
good. Sharing this business.
That's how you do it. Go make it happen. Jesse's going for that car. Jesse's going to have that car.
Yeah, you know, I didn't want
to. Louisville, Kentucky.
Woo! Louisville's in the house. How are you this morning?
Doing absolutely wonderful, girl. Looking forward towards week here. The mid-state.
Okay, so let's do the break stuff.
Oh, girl, we are excited. We're also looking forward to hearing from you tomorrow, Miss Vicki Soto, Executive Founding Member.
Yes, I'm excited about it. I'm definitely gonna talk about strategies and stuff.
Man, you're killing. Okay, man.
Oh boy, look forward to that one, guys. I gotta get ready for that one. Have your pen and paper ready tomorrow.
Thank you.
As Vicki Soto, Executive Founding Member, bring us some strategies on how to reach those goals before our birthday celebration in February 2015. Wow. Well,
the conference is now in presentation mode. Your line is muted.
Again, look forward to the call today as well as tomorrow. As you know, Vicki Soto, the Executive Founding Member of 10, she's going to be bringing us some strategies to pen and to write out and to vote and to see, to visualize so you can reach those wonderful goals that you have set for yourself this month. Let's say this day, this week, and this month, and before our 2015 birthday celebration arrives. It's right around the corner. Well, we're in a brand new month. We're in the month of November, and we must remember that Mel Gill said the three most important months in network marketing are October, November, and December. Now, they may seem to be like they're busy months for people, but they are the most important. If I'm not mistaken, I think Melanie Gill signed up in the month of December when they started network marketing 24 years ago. I myself and Pastor Dell, we signed up in the month of December. So those 4 aces that Mel Gill was telling you about, those, if you don't have those 4 aces yet, believe me, I believe you'll have them before the month of December, if not in the month of December. And remember, this is the time to plant your seed, to get out there, and you should be seed planting because harvest is right around the corner. You know, I heard someone say that you're either the first or you're the only or you're the best. And I thought about Team Method Network. Well, we are definitely the first with the dual core double binary compensation plan. Definitely the first. We are the only one with a spray that has glutathione in it. And we are, without a shadow of a doubt, have the best representatives, the best team leaders, the best executives, the best founding members, and the best CEOs in the world. That is without a shadow of doubt. And the product that we have is a me-only product, and our product is already in demand. And you are doing a fantastic job sharing, and sharing. We have teams that are going around the globe to make sure the word is getting out in regards to our 10 vitamin sprays. There were TTPs all throughout California this weekend, New Jersey, as you heard Jesse Bowden and Mr. Jackson and Beverly. They just drove out to New Jersey, did a wonderful TTP in New Jersey. The TTPs that were going around in Maryland, and North Carolina, Atlanta, Louisville, Kentucky, Ohio, TTPs around the globe. Why? Because it is one of the best ways to share what we're doing here in Team Effort Network. Well, I'm going to start right here because my business partner, he's on a mission, and he's been going nonstop. He's making sure everyone that comes across his path knows about these vitamin sprays. He's taking massive action along with everyone that's in team. I believe we're all taking massive action to make sure everyone are learning about the benefits of our vitamin sprays. Let me bring on my business partner, Pastor Del Wafer. Are you there, sir?
I'm here, and you're absolutely right. We're going full speed ahead. We got 5 meetings lined up this week. I'm telling you, we are rocking and rolling. And, and it just, it spreads throughout the team. That's why you have a guy like Paul Jackson and Jesse Bowden helping Beverly up in New Jersey, the good thing about it is it's teamwork makes the dream work. And Paul gets no financial benefit from helping Jesse because Jesse is not a part of his organization at all. They do not even touch each other. But it's about helping one another. And when you get somebody like a Paul who helps anybody that needs help, that's the brand of 10 ambassadors that we're looking for. We're looking for people who says, listen, irrespective of where your organization is, whether I benefit or not, I'm going to help you because helping you helps the brand. And we always said, when the brand wins, we all win. Okay? We all win. And if we get caught up in the typical network marketing structure where people only help those who can benefit them, that's a model that doesn't work because people bounce from company to company to company to company. We have a solid team of people who've joined this company. And, since the 8 months that we've joined this company, we have not had that problem. We have not had that problem of leaders in this company jumping from company to company, and Pastor Denise, you and I, we were part of the pre-launch, and the people who had the same spirit and the same attitude that we had is that the brand wins, we all win, and we help each other. Those are the people that are at the top of this company right now. Those are the people that are setting the course. Those are the brand ambassadors that we want representing the brand. And that's what Mel says. Mel said, go recruit good people. Go recruit good people, and that's what's happening. So, this thing is happening. We are on a tear. to do as much as we can over the next few months, getting ready for February. You know, I'm asking all of our leaders, our top leaders with organizations, to reach out, contact me. We want to have conference calls with your team. There's some things we want to go over with your team. We want to be all on the same page as we keep moving this thing through November. November is a very, very pivotal month for network marketing, as you just mentioned. It is a very, very big month, and so we want to make sure that we take full advantage of these next 2 months going into January. January, there's a dip, but you know what? It picks right back up in February because people are analyzing their past year that just closed, and they're saying, you know what, I cannot have another year in 2015 like I had in 2014. And so in February, they start thinking about what other opportunities they can have. So we got some very, very good months ahead of us, and we just want to make sure people are setting solid goals and they're having plans in place to help achieve those goals. So I'm going to ask people to really reach out to me and let's talk to your team. Let's put your team on the same course so that we can move this ball down the road and we can double the size of this company. We're having such fun doing this thing. You know, I talked to Mr. T last night, and he's pushing real hard. And I talked to a number of other people, key leaders that are just really, really pushing hard. Got some plans, some strategies in place, and they're making things happen. So we're really excited about what we're doing all around the country here. One quick note about the 10-minute call, and I know we have our coach on for the day, but we had a chance to speak with our team this weekend about the calls last week. We didn't have a lot of participation on the call. I think we only had for the whole week probably 9 people on the call, on the line call, but we've had over 60 people on the recorded call. So it looks like the recorded call is the call that people are driving people to because they can go to it at any time. So this week, there won't be any live 12, 3, 6, 9 calls. We're pushing everybody towards the 24-hour recorded call. That recorded call is going to be changed twice a week, so it'll be changed today. It'll be changed again on Thursday, so it'll always be a fresh call. So we're going to drive you guys to that recorded call this week, and that number is 605-475-4099, 605-475-4099. You press pound, wait a couple seconds, and press pound again, and it'll start the recorded call any time of the day or night that you listen to it. And we're getting so many great testimonies and results behind that recorded call. All right, Pastor D, back to you. I know we got a great speaker with our coach, Nikisha, today, and she always leaves it out for us, so I'm looking forward to hearing.
Thank you. Pastor D, on a recorded call, do they need to put in the access code or no? Did you mute back in, twin, Pastor Dale? For the number you gave for the recorded call, do they need to use the code?
Say that again?
For the recorded call number that you gave, the number you gave for the recorded call, will they need to enter the access code before the pound?
Yes. I'm sorry. I thought I mentioned that. Yeah, it's 102-3872. 102-3872 pound.
102-3872. Okay, and then pound.
3872 pound, and then pound again.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get our coach to the line. We have we're really blessed to have this great leader on with us every Monday morning. She commits every Monday morning to come on to really give us some great themes, strategies, and plans and tools to put in our toolbox to make us conscious thinkers on how we're building our business. And if you apply the principles that Nikisha Bond is giving you on a weekly basis, your business will grow. When you come and you listen, don't just listen and walk away and not put these tools into action, because the only thing that's going to make them work is you putting them into action. She gives some great tools that great leaders like Bill Gates and Oprah Winfrey and all these other great leaders, Zig Ziglar, all of them use these same tools to get to where they were. So let's take this information that Nikisha brings us every Monday morning and be committed to applying this. We have to convert this into action. Or just look, she did a good job. Oh, that felt so good. Oh, that made me feel so good. It will make her feel great by her knowing that you are taking these tools and actually putting them into action and making them work. So let's bring to the call. Welcome once again our Monday morning coach, Nikisha Bond, Are you there?
Woo! Can you hear me okay, Pastor Denise?
Yes, ma'am, loud and clear. How are you this Monday morning?
I'm doing fabulous.
Well, it's always good to have you here this morning. I want to move out the way and have you go ahead and hook us up.
All right, let's do this. So you guys know I always think about you. I'm always thinking about what you guys can do to grow your business. And my prayer is always the same. Father, what can I say to these people that's going to help them to grow their business? So, today it really struck my heart that we need to become professionals in this industry. Many people, they have lots of different companies to choose from. Now, personally, I believe that why we have such a long-standing success is our culture here, but we really do have the best products and the best compensation in the whole world. But that's my personal opinion. But you never know who you might be talking to, who they're looking at lots of different opportunities. They're looking at lots of different things. And when it comes down to making a decision, they're going to really decide who they want to work with. Who do they think is going to help them accomplish their dreams? Who do they think is going to help them to get across the finish line? And that's going to come across in your professionalism. So that's what I really want to talk about today, is how we can become professionals at what we do, because I think it's so important. And we're really planning on treating this as, like Pastor Dale said, as a brand, and we're trying to move the brand forward, because really, if you really think about it, guys, there's so many people out there hurting every single day, and they look like normal people, right? You can never even tell because they got clothes on, they got their hair done, they're driving a nice car, but you don't know how often people are just one paycheck away from being homeless. You don't know how many people are out there who are suffering from disease after disease after disease, and they're on all these medications and nothing is working and their health is just deteriorating. You don't know where people are at. And so the more we can increase this brand, we're going to do two things. We're going to help people become healthy by giving the body what it actually needs. And we're going to help them become wealthy, because now they're going to be able to create passive residual income that's going to change their life forever. So we have to go out there and get the message out. But what are some of the misconceptions about this industry, the whole network marketing industry? A lot of people treat this opportunity like a lottery ticket rather than a business. If you treat it like a hobby, you're going to make hobby money. That's just the fact. Because at the end of the day, you have to work. Many are hoping to hit it big and they want to do very little effort, which, hey, microwave technology, I totally get it. But, we're working smarter, not harder, but we're still working. And I think sometimes we forget about that. Is when you come in, there is a system, there is a plan, there is a road or a roadmap to success. And we have to make sure we get on that map, we get on that track so that we can become successful. And then a lot of times, too, people come in and they say, well, once I get my two, I'm just going to sit back and watch the millions roll in. No, because there's a reality, right? There's a reality. Things are going to come up in people's lives. People are going to change your mind. But we're going to talk about some tips and tools here to make sure that we're recruiting the right people, and that we make sure that your list doesn't dry up. Because once your list dries up, once you stop recruiting, once you stop going out there and actively exposing this business and these products to new people, your business is going to dry up. That's just how it is. There are some people out there who have been able to get really, really lucky, get two really strong front-line people, and feel like they just get to sit back and not do anything. But that's just not the majority. And so, I know a lot of people like to highlight those successes, and those are great. But what happens if that's not your success? What happens if your two frontline people quit on you, and now you're sitting here having to rebuild? What do you do then? Well, and what we're going to do is we're going to treat it like a business, and we're going to do what any other business goes out there. We're going to go out there and recruit really good people. Okay, so becoming a professional network marketer. Now, this isn't a professional network marketer like, oh, I'm going to go out there and my only job is going to be network marketing and to be network marketing all the time. No, I just mean, how can we take our network marketing business and treat it like a professional business, just like you would any other business? I think they said the average rate of a going McDonald's is $500,000 just to get your McDonald's started. That's not your operating cost. That's not your inventory. That's not your people or anything. $500,000. If you paid $500,000 to start this business, how would you treat it? And that's really the attitude that we have to come, is that this is our own multi-million-dollar brand that we get to go out there and represent. And your potential to make income is only limited by you. What you believe you can accomplish, what you have the skill set to accomplish. And so the more we work on those things, the higher our potential is to be very, very successful in this industry. So what's the first thing you want to do? Like I just said, you got to develop your skills. Practice, practice, practice. Working on personal development. Earners are always learners. Hey, if you're sitting back and you're listening to a presentation and you're saying, I could never do that. I don't think I could ever speak in public. I want you to go out there and get outside your comfort zone and do a testimonial. Start with something really, really small, just so that you push yourself beyond those comfort line limits. Because staying behind the comfort line, like Jillian Michaels always tells me when I'm working out, it sucks and it makes us complacent. So you got to push yourself just a little bit harder. And you got to practice those skills that you're not good at. If you're having a hard time inviting, talk to someone who gets lots of people at the TTP and say, hey, how do you invite people? What do you say to people? What works for you? The more you get out there and ask questions and read books, the better you'll be able to refine your skills. I'd love to be able to sit here and tell you exactly what to say. But the truth of the matter is that, I'm not like you and you're not like me. So maybe an approach that works really well for me might not work for you because it just doesn't fit your personality, and maybe it doesn't sound authentic when it comes out of your mouth, which is why we try and teach principles around here, because principles are time tested. So if you listen long enough, you're probably like, oh my gosh, she goes over the same thing all the time. She always tells me, personal development, always develop yourself, because it's a principle. The one thing that I hear consistently from top leaders is that it's not the money that changed people. It's who they had to become to make the money that was what the change was. And that doesn't come just because you make money. It comes because you actively go out there and you make yourself a person who attracts wealth. So that may be another training that we do. I just felt a little bit on that one. Okay. Make a commitment to excellence. There's so many people out here who are complacent and not reaching their goals. Mediocre is just the call of the day. Don't stand too tall, don't stand too low, just do enough not to get fired. But that's really not what's going to get your business to the next level. It's making a commitment to excellence. Let me ask you a question. Everyone that you sell a spray to, in 30 days, do you follow up with them and ask them how the spray works for them? What kind of results are they getting, so you can gather a testimony? Ask them if they need another reorder. See if you can get them on an auto ship that would make their life a little bit easier. These are the things of making a commitment to excellence, that we're not just going out there and trying to grab a dollar, that we really do care about people, and we care that the products work for them, and we care that they have good experiences. We care when our team isn't making any money. We reach out to those people who have been silent, but maybe, that they're excited. You see them on Facebook, but, they're not producing anything. We reach over there and we say, what can I do? How can I help you? Because we make that commitment to excellence. And that goes on your customers, and that also goes for your team. Number 3, develop a daily method of operation. What are your hours of operation? When can people call you? Everybody who knows me knows that I'm up late at night, and I'm on the Pacific Standard Time. So for you on the East Coast, that's really late at night. So don't be surprised if you get an email from me at 1 o'clock in the morning. My hours of operation are from usually in the evening time all the way until like early morning. Do you have your weekly meetings? Do you get on the daily calls? If you can't get on the daily calls, you know what? Terry Whitener is so great that he goes out there and he records almost every single call, and he posts them all on Facebook. He's got them on his YouTube channel. You can listen to them every single day, even the Spanish calls. So, there's no reason not to have it. If you can't get up early in the morning, or let's say you're not going to make it to that meeting, you can always make a commitment that says, whatever calls I haven't heard, I'm going to listen to them by the end of the day. How many people are you going to follow up with? What time do you do your follow-ups? These are all daily method of operations, because the fact of the matter is, guys, when we stop working our business stops working. And, a lot of people don't like to hear that sometimes, because then it means that we're responsible for getting it back up and running. But that gives us a lot of power, because you are responsible, and you can get up and work your business whenever you want to, and just set that schedule for yourself, set those commitments, set those goals for yourself. Number 4, be a product of the product. This is so important in becoming a professional. People need to know, and we need to make sure that the people that we're getting in can make a commitment of $120 every single month to buy their products. We need to get people who are on the team who understand that that's part of the commitment of the business. Here's an example. Let's say that you had a McDonald's. What are you going to do? You're not going to buy burgers? Yeah, you got to make a commitment to how many burgers you're going to buy every single week, every single month, so that when customers come in, you have that product to sell to them. And that's the same thing we have to do with our business. We have to be a product of the product. We have to be educators of the product and of the industry. We have to provide our customers with tools to help expose them to the business opportunity. and the products. So it's really, really, really important that we stress this when we have new people, because some people, they come in, they're really excited, they sign up, they're sitting around, and then next month they're not on auto ship anymore. It's like, what? That's a lot of effort, and that's a lot of time that we're going to be putting into people, growing them, helping them, nurturing them. We want to make sure that everybody who comes in understands that being a product of the product is part of the business. It's part of what makes your business run. And it's what creates residual income. And remember, people will do what you do. And so if you're teaching everyone, be a product of the product, you need to get on these products, you need to do this, you need to do that, that's what they're going to then go out there and teach to the team. So I just really get on that, because we really want, it doesn't make any sense for us to just keep recruiting diamonds in the business and then nobody has a residual income check. We really want to make sure that everybody who comes into the business, and that's why we do a lot of retailing to recruit here, because people who try the product, who use the products, who have results, will stay on the products regardless if they keep running their business, which is great, because that's what helps you to get your car bonus. That's what helps you to get your residual income. So that's a really key point you want to make sure that you're sharing with people when we're talking about being a professional. Number 5, contact people from your list every day. You want to constantly expand your network. You're never done contacting people. Why? Because everybody needs to know about these products. And I can tell you right now, you don't know everybody. And so you got to get out there and you got to start knowing everybody, because everybody can use it. And I can tell you right now, we are definitely exposing the business, but we have to make sure that we're also following up with people. And the reason I say that, and I said this last week, is because honestly, I hear a lot of people who will call me, who are in the business, who have, heard about these products, and they just couldn't get in touch with the person who told them about it. And so, I'm not going to leave them out there just floating around. I'm going to help them. Of course, if I know who they met, I'm going to send them back to you. But if I don't, I hate to say I'm going to take business from you, but I might have to take business from you. And so you want to make sure that you're constantly contacting people, and you're also following up with them, and you're giving them tools to contact you. And if you're new on the line, you know that you have your own website, right? You can go to www.teameffortnetwork.biz/your member ID, and that's your own personal website that you can direct people to. I believe there's a contact section on that website, but don't say that for real. That might not be true. I have to go and check that, but I think there is. Here's another one, and I don't know what number I'm on because I forgot to number these, and now I've scrolled down the page, so it doesn't matter. Next one. Qualify your 2 frontline people. This is really, really important. The 2 people that you have right in front of you are going to probably be the people who help you stay in the business, or the people who may leave the business. And I say that because you want people who see the long-term vision. Can they make the auto ship commitment? Can they give at least 12 months to this vision? Are we going to be with people? Because a lot of the people that I hear who are doing really, really good in the business, who are really, really excited, their 2 frontline people are people that they enjoy spending time with, that they enjoy growing their business with, that they enjoy watching them have success as well. And so I think that bodes well for growing your business long term, is having 2 people that you really want to run with. And if you think of these first 2 spots as my most important spots, then the people who have those 2 spots are going to find people who are most important to them for those 2 spots. So you can see how this starts to duplicate down the line. If you just put anybody in there because you just need to fill those spots, can you do that? Of course you can do that. Can you get lucky and find someone who really grows the business and you guys kind of like mesh and are able to grow? Absolutely. But you're going to do a lot better if you find people there who you really want to grow and run the business with you, and most importantly, see the vision and are going to make a commitment to stay in those spots. Those are key spots for you, because remember, those 2 people are going to help you stay lifetime qualified. So you want them to be the most important 2 people in your life. Okay. Oh, sorry, that's me echoing. The next one is follow up, invite, and close. It's really important, like I said, to follow up with people, to use third-party validation. That's where you can do the 3-way calls. You can do 2-on-2s. You can invite them to a TTP or a Super Saturday event. But basically you're giving them an opportunity to hear the business from someone else, which breeds duplication. One of the things that I get, I'm definitely very guilty of is, I've been saying the compensation plan and the products for so long, I forget that there are some people who are just coming in and saying, oh my gosh, I have to remember all that? I have to know all of that? How am I supposed to remember all of that? And what you want to do is if you show them the whole three-way call process, now all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay, well, okay. If all I got to do is send them to you, then that's no problem. I can do that. That's easy. And that's really what you want, because that's really what's going to duplicate. And so when you're in this whole follow-up, invite, and close system, make sure that, one, you're following up with people. Two, you're inviting them to events. And again, if you don't have any events, you can go to thewinwith10.com/calendar and see what events are coming up in your area. Or, again, congratulations, you're now the leader in your area. Go ahead and start having your first TTP and invite them out there. And using third-party validation is going to help you with duplication, because you're in business, again, you're in business for yourself, but you're never by yourself. And then let's make sure that we're closing people. It's okay to ask for the sale. It's okay to ask people, how many spray bottles can I hook you up with? I recommend that you get all 5, because they all work together. They have a lot of synergy when you put them together. So, and plus I'll give you a $5 discount if you get all 5 of them. It's okay to close people out. It's okay to ask for the sale. It's okay to ask them if they're ready to join their opportunity. If they say, yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, you ready to join right now, or, not at all? Okay, great. I'm going to follow up on you this day. When do you think you're going to have the money? Okay, great. And get people on a schedule. It's okay to do that. It's closing the sale. It's part of the business. And then not most importantly, but one of the other things you want to do is you want to plug people into the system. Plug people into the system. People, when they join, need to feel like they belong somewhere. And if all they know is just you, and then let's say that something happens with you and you're not able to send out the text messages, or you're not able to, relay to them what happened on the call this morning. What are they going to do if you need to take a couple of days off? If everyone just depends on you, it just becomes a job, right? You just become their boss and you're telling everybody what to do. You want to empower people so that they know, where can they get this information? How can they plug into the calls? Who else can they know if they have any questions? If I'm a woman and I'm recruiting a man, maybe I want a man who can help do a 3-way call for me. But the person who sponsored me is a woman. How can I find a man in this industry who can help me? How can I find someone who's young? How can I find someone who's older? These are the questions that people are going to have, because they're concerned about running their business. So you want to make sure that you plug them into the system, that you give them support. If you guys go to the Facebook pages on Tenacious Generation or 10 Prosperity Team, click on the file section. There's a welcome package there, and it just kind of goes over all the information. You want to make sure you get that out to people, because if nothing else, if you decide you can't do the business right now or something happens to you, at least you don't deny your new distributor the opportunity to be successful. And that's really what we're here for. We're really here as coaches. We're all coaches, to help guide people, to get them to their dreams, to give them the tools that they need to be successful. Nobody wants their hand to be held. We're all grown-ups. We have to be 18 years old to be in this business. We all want to make our own money. We all want to, get out there and run, but they just need someone who's going to sponsor them, who's going to be there for them, who's going to give them the information and the tools that they need in order to be successful. And now you have the power to do that, because you are a professional. You have graduated the Team Effort Network Professional Academy, so that you can now go out there and teach these tools to teams, teach them to their team, but more importantly, get them on the call. That way you can say, let's talk about what we heard today. Let's talk about what we're going to do as a team. How are we going to grow? What are some of our goals? What did we hear that's going to help grow us? And that's a whole different attitude versus saying, yeah, I was on the call today and Nikisha was talking about this and we need to do this and we need to do this. And everyone's like, yeah, I get it. Get them on the call so they can feel like they're a part of the whole Team Effort Network team, not just your team. Anyways, I hope everyone enjoyed that today. I hope that blessed someone. I hope that now, if you've been sitting here, I have been treating this like a hobby. I am going to take it up a notch, that you're able to take some of these tools and advice and really just take your business to the next level. All right, back to you, Pastor Denise, Pastor Dale.
Oh, Nikisha, I love it. I love it. I love it. Every week we go to a whole new different level, and I just love it because I see where we're going. Like you said, to treat this business like a professional business. We're just at that position, Nikisha, where we know that we're in something that is massive, something that is great, and it is good to look at this and, yes, treat it like a professional business because it is. But, one thing I love that you said, Nikisha, and I hope that we don't, sometimes when you hear things over and over, you kind of like don't pay attention to it. But one thing that always sticks out to me when I hear people say to keep your team members plugged in. Keep them plugged in. You guys really don't know how important that is to the growth and the stability of your business. And the reason I say that is because when I first came into network marketing, which is with our sister company, My Video Talk, my upline kept me plugged in. She just kept sending me the text message that we're going to do a call, or we're going to have a meeting, or there's going to be a call with the CEO. Every time there was something going on, she sent me a text message or an email, and it kept me plugged in, and it made me feel obligated to be there for her, because I felt that if she took the time to send me a text, to send me an email, then I wanted to show her the respect by responding to it and being there. But as a result of that, it really got me in. It got me. You know, the more I would listen to the calls, the more I would come to the meetings, it was winning me over and over every single time. So yes, by all means, keep your team plugged in to what's happening. Even if you don't understand, because believe me, I did not understand what was going on at all. But I kept plugged. I kept coming in. I just kept coming. So when you get a text message, there's a call, there's a morning call, there's an evening call, there's a call with the CEO, founder, there's a TTP. You know, send that same text message to your team. Send the email, or just send it. Just forward it to your team and get in a habit of doing that, because that is going to do a lot for your business. I just have to say, Nikisha, I believe in that so strongly, because I know what it did for me. So thank you. And I love it when you said to make a commitment to excellence. Make a commitment to excellence. Do that. Just make that commitment, and you will perform. You will do just that. I love it, love it, love it. Let me bring it Pastor Dell. Pastor Dell, do you have anything for Nikisha before we end the call for today?
Solid as always. Thank you, Coach Nikisha Bond. Always good information. Guys, take this information and run with it. It is going to help you in your business. It's going to help you grow your business. Continue to pass this information down to your downlines so that everybody can stay tuned in to all of the events and all of the things that's taking place. Looking forward to everybody winning with 10.
Love it, love it, love it. Coach Nikisha Bond, thank you very much. And like Nikisha said, get out that comfort zone. Yes, yes. Doing little things like that will push you out of your comfort zone. Well, family, let's go out to the UK with Dr. Anita Poole with our post for today. Dr. Poole, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, Denise. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can. How are you this morning?
I am great, and your clocks, I know, have changed over the weekend. My clocks here in the UK changed a week ago, so, you know, last week was a bit difficult getting on the calls at the right time, but this week, again, we're back into our normal time difference, so you'll find me on the calls much more often this week. So, very, very much I agree, Nikisha, exactly what you were saying, all of you, you know, commitment to excellence, very, very important. And Nikisha used a really important word there, mediocre. It's not about being mediocre. It's about going for excellence. I saw some really, really great interviews at the weekend of some key sports people here in the UK. You know, Rio Ferdinand, who coached the England team, went from nothing to really the very, very high levels. You know, same David Beckham. These names are probably familiar in the USA. You know, they've made it in the USA as well. Seve Ballesteros, you know, the top golfer from Europe who actually, you know, the Americans, all of you were way, way, way ahead in golf for many, many years until Seve Ballesteros came along, and then the tides turned. It began to be Europe, and now, of course, it's vying between the two. But even Tiger Woods gets a lot of his tips from Seve Ballesteros. And you know, the one really, really big common thing with all of them, and all achievers, no matter whether it's sport, business, art, fashion, just absolutely anything, is that desire for excellence, that desire to win, the desire to achieve. And they all said the same thing. It's not about being mediocre. It's about going for excellence, being the best we can be. And that's what it's all about. The Achieving Society, David McClellan, wrote a book where he analyzed, what makes a successful entrepreneur, because that's what we are. We all work for ourselves. We're entrepreneurs sharing this opportunity, sharing these absolutely fantastic products. And he concluded it's the drive that makes success and wealth. The drive, the energy, and the focus. If we lack a little bit of energy, we're lucky. We've got Cell Energy, our product. We've got Super 10. We've got B Boost. We've got the D vitamins. We can slim down, get our metabolism working a little bit better with the Slim by 10. All these products actually help us as entrepreneurs as well as help our general health. So it's all about focusing on our energy, going out there with energy, with passion, with drive, and as Mel always tells us, laser focus. And the other thing he concluded with all of his studies, it's about resilience. So, if one day there's a lot of no's, or 1 week there's a lot of no's, or this person leaves, or that person argues, or whatever it is, just move on. It's about being resilient. And that's the other great, big common thing between achievers is every time they get knocked, they just go back up and they keep on going. They just keep on going. And we've got to keep going and share these products, share the opportunity. A headline over the weekend, I've said a lot about sugar, about obesity, about diabetes, about caffeine, all sorts of things. Now they're even talking about too high levels of arsenic in rice-related foods. They're going to be bringing in regulations that lower the limit of arsenic in various foods. Arsenic is toxic, and they found that the regulations that they're going to be bringing in, baby products, cereals like Rice Krispies, etc., other rice products actually have higher than the regulated levels of arsenic. Now, why am I saying that to everyone? These simple, common day foods that we all eat have toxins in them that could potentially be doing harm if eaten too much. A small amount, fine. A large amount, the toxins build up. What do we have in our arsenal, in our bag of nutritional products? We have detoxifiers. We have Super 10. We have Cell Energy, the most powerful antioxidants known, natural antioxidants that actually help detoxify. So, practically everything you pick up, have a look in it and see, is there anything in there about health? Is there anything in there about trends? And remember that you've got something that can help people with these negative trends that are happening. So, it is our duty to share these products as fast as possible. Francis Moore Lepp said, the only real risk is the risk of thinking too small. So think big and go out there as big as possible. It is the rhythm of self-realization, which in due course will become as natural as breathing. That's the other thing that high achievers do. They practice. They become very, very self-aware, aware of their bodies, aware how their mind is ticking, what their actions are. They monitor themselves until it becomes absolutely automatic, like breathing. That's what we've got to do. Go out there and share it as automatically as though we breathe. That's how fast we want to be growing, we want to be sharing. So they say yes to any opportunity that has the slightest possibility of providing you with what you desire. But the key thing is, you have to desire it first. You have to desire the results, desire the wealth, desire to help people with their health and wealth, and then go out there and share it. And don't think that one person is too small. Every single person adds up to a huge, huge team that will be thousands, hundreds of thousands. Anita Roddick, the founder of Body Shop, which is now worldwide, has said, if you think you're too small to have a global impact, try going to bed with a mosquito. That tiny mosquito will bite you like anything, and you'll know that mosquito is as big as anything. So nobody is it too small in this. Every single person can be absolutely big. It's all about stepping out of our comfort zone, stepping into the circle of what we desire, and then literally going for it. The Tibetan saying is, it is better to live 1 year as a tiger than 100 years as a sheep. Let's not be sheep following, the 9-to-5 job of working for somebody else, earning for somebody else, big corporates and directors making the money, but the small people at the bottom doing the hard work, just being paid at just a low daily wage. We're not sheep, we're tigers. Let's go out there like tigers. Let's only follow the advice like sheep, follow the training like sheep, but go out there as tigers. It's all about how we think and how we act. Wishful thoughts, they say, without actions are wasteful thoughts. So let's not waste our thoughts. Let's go out there with huge actions and make it happen. Back to you, Denise.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Ada Poole. Okay, family, let's hear you roar. Let's hear you go out there like lions and take charge. Well, thank you all for being here with us today. Another great day of training. Please take these tools and put them into action. It's only going to work if you convert it into action. And join Barry Ackles tonight. Monday night, Barry Ackles is on at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time to share more great things in regards to Team Effort Network. And join the Spanish call that will start in about another 20 minutes. It starts at 9:10 Pacific and 12:10 Eastern Standard Time. The Spanish call will be right here at the same number. Get your Spanish-speaking guests on and let them hear about what's happening in Team Effort Network, because they are truly blowing it up in California with Memo and with Chrissy and Donald Joseph. The team in California are really blowing it up as well. And, that's it for today. Be back with us again tomorrow morning. Oh, don't forget the 10-minute opportunity call. Well, now you can listen to the recording. So get your guests, push them to the recorded call so they can hear, and then just follow up. Again, that number 605-475-4099. 605-475-4099, and the access code is 1023872. Push pound and then push pound again, and let them listen to the excitement and everything that's happening here in Team Effort Network. Be back tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock a.m. Pacific, 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And know this, family, you are loved and you are greatly appreciated. God bless you all, and have a blessed day on purpose. Mwah.